So this is Duncan Winter week 1 second drill. So I have a couple of suggestions with this, having watched through this. The first thing I'll point out is it looks like you're holding your toy behind your back with your left hand and kind of running funny with it behind your back. So first off, I don't know who you think you're fooling because he can see it. He can look at his view right now, look at you. Like he can clearly see that. So I don't know why. The other thing is you can't run very effectively with your far hand behind your back like that. And you're running all weird because your arm's like that. So, and then when we get to a trial or any other time down the road, you can imagine you're not going to be running with your arm behind your back. So I would strongly suggest finding a different way. There's a couple different things you could do with that. There's basically two different ways. You can either just train him to ignore the toy, no matter which hand it's in or whatever you want to do with it. You just proof it. Personally, that's my preference. Like on the first drill, you switched hands with it, and at least that time it didn't affect him. That's what I would do. I would just run around with the toy between both hands and swapping them and doing all kinds of things and basically just desensitizing. He's young, and you've got a long career ahead of you with him. And if he's my dog, I don't want to spend the next 8 years training, running with him, being careful where that toy is and working it and trying to run like a weird crab or something because I'm got the toy between two hands and stuff. I'm just going to proof it. I'm going to work on that a lot. That's what I'm going to do. But the other option is just don't do that and stuff it in somewhere else or find some other way. But I'm not going to run with my arm behind my back. And I suggest that you don't either also. Besides, I don't really think you're fooling him. He's pretty smart, and he knows when you have a toy on him. I guarantee he knows when you have a toy on you. And in this case, he can even see it right now. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing, he needs to know where he's going before he takes off. See how he takes off straight ahead? And look at yourself right there, and you look at him, and he has every right to believe he's going long. Because you stopped your motion, he's probably thinking he's going in there. That's what I think you're sending him. But instead, you're actually sending him all the way back here. So you need to give him, I don't think you did, I would give him a verbal wrap cue because he is breaking the plane, this being the plane of this jump. He's taking that wing and coming back past it and then going into the tunnel. So for me, that qualifies with a verbal wrap cue. And the other thing is you could treat this as a tunnel throttle. You can talk to Rumpelstiltskin. I know that they are well aware of it, and if you watch the feedback video on Rumpelstiltskin, we talk about that a lot. You just kind of rinse and repeat a lot of what I told them, and they can even give you some more background on that a lot better than I can do in just a couple-minute video like this. But mainly I want to show you, I want you to see in your video what's going on with that and why that is. Because you told Duncan to just take that jump, and it's not fair to Duncan. He doesn't know if he's taking that jump and taking this jump, taking the jump and going to that far tunnel, or wrapping it and going into there. See how there's 3 different options? And what you are physically doing there, you did slow down your motion, stopped your motion, but you still sent him to that jump. So probably he's thinking to go into this, but instead you want to make it physically very different for him. All 3 of these options should physically be different. And second of all, I would be using a verbal cue with this. I would pair it with a verbal to tell him to wrap or do a throttle cue to come back and then take that tunnel. All right? But you get through it. And one last thing, though, you do give a really nice reward here. I like that the reward is right on his line. He doesn't come in, turn towards you, and then pay him. It's right on his line, which is excellent. And that's probably the most important thing. So nice job.